Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They face second down and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A run now on 2nd down. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll grab it at the 12. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, New England.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Seahawks scoop it up. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he knocks it loose and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Tight end going in motion here. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry. Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in the game.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Seahawks will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now a give on the ground, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll get about 5. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He's got it. That's a 1st down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Pats are on the board. It's now 14-7. kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Up the middle they go. Yeah! And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Our first down throw there is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 7-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. A short game, down to the 7. Now here's second and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they are going to be backed up to start. What a big hit on the return. Stopped him right in his tracks. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he'll get this up to the 25. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. The Seahawks scoop it up.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal? Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. The offense will stay out trying to get this final yard. It is 4th and goal. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart.
This one intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Quick throw here is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Third quarter begins with a run. Jordan Jefferson there on the stop. 2nd and 7. Here's a run going left. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's complete. Some more on the right side. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready, go!
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On 2nd down, they'll run. He is in. Touchdown, New England.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs, and
that's in the end zone and intercepted. He works free, right side, inside the 30. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. First and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That's caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Seattle. The kicking team off for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up, and for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks add on to their already sizable lead.
Patriots 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Third and long.
Let's go now.
Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Right back to the air following that pick six. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
18 Cardinal, go!
Now a run on first down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Let's go!
They send Evans in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Third and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least we'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up!
Here's 1st and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Seattle.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Receiver in motion, going right. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Seahawks stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Alert! Alert!
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Lightning 18!
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
On the ready! Ready, ready?
Back to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here we go, set! Mustang 19! Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The defense still has 3 timeouts, so we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.